Hello, this is a short video presentation on solving absolute value equations. The first thing we have to ask ourselves is, what is absolute value? The absolute value of a number is the distance from that number to 0 on the number line. So if we look at our number line, here's 0. The absolute value of -3 is the distance from -3 to 0. Distance is always positive. So the absolute value, and the notation that we use is this, is equal to 3. Because the distance on the number line is 3. Likewise, if we look at something like this, the absolute value of x minus 2 equals 5, that means that the distance from 2, here's 2, the distance on the number line from 2 is going to be 5. So there's some mythical point out here, x, where this distance is 5. And there's a point out here, another point x, and the distance, let me erase this stuff here. Actually, we'll call this x. The distance here is also 5. All right? So if we subtract x minus 2, we would have a positive number. But if we did it in the other direction, we would have a negative number. So if we went x minus 2 here, since this is negative, it would be a negative number. So when we solve equations, wherever x is, we know that x minus 2 has to equal 5, this distance. But if I'm to the left, I would find that it equals -5. But since the absolute value is a positive number, we always use a positive number. So this distance here, if you actually did the subtraction, x minus 2, you would get a negative number. This one, you would get a positive number. We're going to use that when we solve our absolute value equations. So let's look at the steps and a quick example here. We have the absolute value of 2 plus of x minus 2. We have the equation 2 plus 3 times the absolute value of this equals 11. I strongly encourage you to write the absolute value part in a different color, just like I did. Because step 1 is to isolate that absolute value equation. I want to focus on what's in red. And I want to get rid of this 2 and this 3. So like we've done all year, we start by subtracting, and we get 3, and again, I'm going to do it all in red, x minus 2 is equal to 11 minus 2 is 9. I'm going to divide by 3, and I get absolute value of x minus 2 is equal to 3. That means that the distance from x to the number 2 is equal to 3. If it's to the right on the number line, x minus 2 would be 3. If it's to the left, x minus 2 would equal -3. Step 2, set the expression in the absolute value. That's this x minus 2 which goes here and here. Set that expression equal to the number. The number is 3, as equal to 3, and its opposite. I then solve. Plus 2 to both sides. X is equal to 5. Plus 2 to both sides. X is equal to -1. My answer, 5 and -1. Two solutions. All right, let's look at one more super quick example. All right, here's our last example. 7 minus 2 times the absolute value of 2x plus 1, all in red, equals -11. Again, I want to isolate the red, the absolute value. I subtract 7 minus 7, and I get -2 times my absolute value, 2x plus 1, equals -18. Then I divide by -2 to both sides, and I get 2 times the absolute value of 2x plus 1 is equal to 9. So I have 2x plus 1, what's inside the absolute value, set equal to my number, which is 9, and what's inside the absolute value, 2x plus 1, set equal to -9. And then I solve. I solve both equations. -1, and I can do this actually all the way across, -1, but I won't. 2x equals 8. Don't take shortcuts, Muscat. Divide by 2, x equals 4, and subtract 1, 2x equals -10, divide by 2, x equals 5. The solution to my equation then is the two numbers 4, and that's a -5, I'm sorry, and -5. All right, I hope this helps you. I hope you understand it, and have a wonderful day.